Hi, welcome. Today I'm going to paint a bunch of flowers, proteas and stuff. It's going to be a lot of pink flowers with a little bit of white. So I'm going to go to my turquoise green for my background and my pale olive. So I'm just going to go around all these corners. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but enjoy. Okay, for now I'm going to paint the pot first. I took out a little bit of buff titanium, a little bit of cadmium orange and titanium white. So I'm going to do the pot first and then I'm going to start with the flowers. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to use these two together. I don't want a too bright pot for now. I'm going to lose this for now because it's going to be too much trouble to go around all those little pill flowers or pill, yeah, what do you call them, string of pearls or something. So it's my buff titanium and my cadmium orange. And a little bit of white. I'm going to make this side a little bit lighter. I'm going to make it a little bit darker around the edges of the flowers, for the shadowy parts. We're going to start with the flowers now. I think I'll do maybe the Proteas first and then work around them because I want them to be the main center. So yeah, I'm going to use a slightly smaller brush with a pointy edge now to make that sharp petals of the Protea. I'm just taking a little bit of orange here and there with the magenta. just to make a slightly different color, that it's not all one color from top to bottom. I'll put a little bit of more white with my brush now. Some places I overlap a little bit, some of the petals, like there and there and there, but not everywhere. Gonna make them slightly a little bit lighter to the front. And just when the ones that's overlapping the other ones, just make them slightly a little bit lighter, to look at if the sun is catching the petals and so on. Acrylic tends to darken a little bit when it's dry, so you will see me from time to time just go over here and there a little bit again. This is one of the most beautiful flowers, and when you've got it in a arrangement, they keep nice for a very long time. I'm going to the back of this Protea now, so I'm going to slightly darken the petals a little bit on the bottom to give me a little bit of depth. I'm going to move over to this one now. The one in front is obviously catching a little bit more sun, because it's nearer to you than the one at the back. I'm just making sure I keep the colors everywhere, and it's not just orange there or orange there. I vary the colors. You will see as I paint. I've got a little bit more white towards the bottom. As well as there. There's even a little bit of green tinge in some of these leaves. So you can always take a little bit of that pale olive color of yours and just bring a little bit of greenery into the flowers here and there. Just want to touch up this ones at the back here. They are too dark now. You can see as the acrylic dried, it started to get a little bit of darker. So you must always just check and just go over with slightly another hue color on top of some of those, not all of them. You can decide which ones you want to highlight a little bit more. I'm going to take a little bit of my white now and for my hearts of the flower. I'm making some marks now just for myself to see where they all go, and then I'll go and fill in some of the rest. Remember, the center is there, so you need to come around to that center there, because this is the little heart of your flower, as I can say it like that. I'm going to put a little bit of my green at the bottoms here and there. If you're not certain, go and Google the pictures of the flowers, that you can see how they actually look before you just start to paint. I like this green as well as the green gold. Oh, it's one of the most beautiful colors for me, this pale olive and the green gold and the greens. And that's actually I love the strong colors like phthalo greens and all that stuff, so I don't know why I love these soft greens and stuff so much. That one is finished for now. This one is slightly turned to the back, so this little part of it's going to be more or less to the back there. So just make sure you catch that. Okay. Let me see what I'm going to do next. Okay, for now I've got this, I've taken out this, let me just see the name, Reflex Rose. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. I'm still with my magenta. I'm going to go to my flowers there now. I've got a little bit of Cadmium Yellow Deep, I've got a little bit of Cadmium Yellow Medium, my Magenta, my Alizaron Crimson, and I'm not sure of the Reflex Rose. I've still got my orange and my white, and my little bit of buff titanium, and my olive pale. So I'm gonna do these flowers now, and then I'll see what maybe I'll change the colors. Remember, I love Paynes Grey to darken some of the stuff, so I always tend to take out a little bit of Paynes Grey. I don't do that all the time, so just be sure that one of the colors that I also love to use is the Paynes Grey. I'm not sure what you call these flowers. It's almost like a dark rose or something. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have looked that up before I started. No, but it doesn't matter. You can interpret it the way you like. I'll take a little bit of this. I just want to see what it's going to do with this one. I don't want the colors to be exactly the same as the Proteas. Actually, I've never used this Reflex Rose, so it's the first time for me. I think it will be a little bit transparent, so we'll see if it dries. What's going on here? going to put a little bit of white with it now. That's too much. Got this little petals that folds over, so I need to bring a little bit of my dark in here. I've got little pieces of white showing through here and there around there. They've actually got a big heart. I'll call them hearts. So if I talk about that, just be sure you know what I'm talking about. It's the middle piece of the flower where the stems and the everything comes out, where the flower starts. This one still that we need to do. Just going to take out a little bit of more white. I'm going to take a little bit more white to make these folding over the flower leaves, the petals. To dab a little bit of white in there. I'm just using my side of the brush to make these stamens. I don't know what you call this in English. I'm going to put a lot of foliage around these leaves and these little beads and stuff that I want to put in, so we're going to go to that now after I've just a little bit wet. I think I must wait a little bit longer. For that I'm going to take out my Phthalo Green and put it next to that pale olive I've got there. And I think I'm going to take out a little bit of my Winsor blue also. It's one of the colors I love, just to deepen the foliage here and there. Yeah, and then I'm going to start. I just put my little beads back. Oh, I forgot there's another one that I wanted to put in there. String of pearls, or what they all call them. I just want to put in my foliage where I lost them a little bit, just to make sure I don't forget to put them in. And I'm going to start with those ones. I still need to do those roses, or whatever you call them, that I want to use as fillers there. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to use the white, and then I'm just going to start with my little roses, or whatever you want to call them. I don't want to put too much of them in. I'm just going to use them as a background filler. Putting in a little bit of yellow with it, just to lighten it up a little bit. And I think that's enough for now. I'm going to start with filling my greenery now, and then I'll decide if I'm going to put something else with it or so on. So just bear with me. I'm going to use my Phthalo Green and my Winsor green, blue, and then a little bit of my yellows and stuff. So you can just relax now and enjoy. You can use your yellow or your orange to lighten these a little bit. Even a little bit of white with your yellow will also work, or you can use your lemon yellow. I don't want to go to the lemon yellow. I think I'm going to go to a more bluish highlight that picks up in the background. Just want to make this one a little bit lighter because it's more to the front. That one is to the back. I want to make some of these a little bit more greener than blue, and some of them a little bit more bluer than the green ones. On a smaller brush now. I'm still going to go with the greenish blue color that I like, so I'll just go along and see how it works for me. It's a little bit too dark, so I'm going to put a little bit more white with it. I'm using the edge of the brush now. I'm making it slightly a little bit darker because I decided I wanted to stand out more from the background, and then I'll go over it with the light. Got a little bit of those coming out there from the side. I'm going to go to my more green color now. Blue-green actually. Just going to highlight here and there. Some places a little bit more white. I think I'm going to start with my, just want to lighten here. You see it got dark again, so I just need to go back to it again. Just highlight a little bit more. Okay, we're going to start with those small ones there. I'm going to use a small round brush, the one that you actually use to sign your name and so on. Because these things are very small and I'm not going to make a mess with a bigger brush. I just want to get a little bit of sap green. I'm going to start with a little bit of blue with my green. I've got sap green now. I want to bring a variation of green. It's too bluey green for me now. I'm first going to do these small ones, and then I'll go back and revisit the other things that I need to revisit. I'm just going to press my brush. I don't know if you can see. I just use my brush and I press it like that to make that little roundish oval shapes. And then I'll go back later and I'll highlight just a little bit on top of them. You can, some of these beans or pearls, or what you call them, can be at the back of the stem and some of them on front. Just change the you know, just change your brush the whole time, that you can just bring that it doesn't go like that. Of course, these things have got a life of their own. You can decide how many of these little holes you want to put on. I think I'm going to overlap this one here to push back that leaf a little bit, maybe. Oh, see, I forgot a leaf there. I'm gonna make these also some skeleton leaves. I'm not gonna worry too much about those. I'm just going to bring in some of these colors here and there. As I said, it's too much green and bluish green for me, most of these areas here. I'm gonna switch to this brush. I love this brush. Oh, I love this one. I'm still with the sap green at the moment. Sometimes you put a color out and then you barely use it. You'll see when you start to paint, you know, you think you're going to use that color maybe, or that color, or whatever maybe the thing that you want to use there, but it doesn't always work like that. Sometimes when you start painting, you see, okay, that one didn't work, so you're going to try another color, or whatever the case may be there. I think I'm gonna use a little more of this orange. I'm not a big fan of pink, but I love the magenta shades and stuff, so that's why I'm trying it out now. And yeah, actually I must say I enjoy them. I'm just bringing a little bit of color into the leaves here and there. Actually these little pearls, no, it's going to be too thick. I'm going to try something else there. If you're not sure, just try. If you make a mistake, you can always just paint over it again. It's not a big problem. Not all of things that you do is a success. Sometimes I also do something and then I see, oh no, that's not going to work, or it's not looking what I thought it would be looking like, or no one can paint the perfect picture every time. I think the only thing you must remember is try, you know, try things. If it doesn't work, you just paint over it. It's not that easy. It's very easy, you know. You can just change and see, okay, you don't like that, don't do it again, or change your subject matter. So I think the best thing that you must remember is you must just enjoy. That's why you do it, to relax and to enjoy the beauty or the flowers or whatever. It's not a contest, and it's actually very nice to do. It's very relaxing, it's very stress relieving, especially in the times that we are living. I think I'm going to put a little bit of white. I haven't got white out now, so I'm just going to take that titanium buff that I've got there. I just put a drop of water with it to make it light. Oh, that's too much. To make it glide more easily over my dry board now. Actually, I think I need white. Dropped a little bit of water there. Just going to pick it up, otherwise you can maybe lift the paint that's not dry enough at the moment. I just want to highlight some of these beads in front here, and then I'm almost finished. I'm not going to highlight all of them. You can decide which ones you want to stand out a little bit more, and which ones you want to recede to the back. You don't want to highlight every single one of them. think that's enough. And I think I'm finished. I don't think I'm going to waste too much time anyway. Further on anything. I'm happy. I think it came out very well with this, especially as I don't like the pink as much, but I love it. I just want to push that one maybe a little bit back to the background more. That flower there. What I usually do if I'm finished with my painting, I take all these leftover paints and I just put them somewhere on the canvas. Of course they're out now, so you can just as well use them. You can even decide to put a little bit of more texture and highlight somewhere. I didn't come back to my pot like when like I usually do. I forgot. So now you can just maybe put a little bit of more texture onto this. Always pick up the hairs that your brush maybe leave, because they don't look nice in your picture. And I think I'm finished, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. I loved painting this. I can maybe go over this slightly more, because that olive pale is a very transparent color. Or maybe if you like to watch, I can just quickly go over all of them, and then just fix it up quickly. And then I hope you enjoyed it, watching it. I enjoyed painting it for you. If you maybe want to see something else or different, please ask me. Feel free to ask me. If there's something that you would love to know, comment. I'll come back to you. I know we're not all on the same time frame as maybe overseas and so on, but as soon as I get the chance, I will come back to you and answer your question. And if you would love to paint with me, I would really love it. You can show your paintings for me in the comment section if you love, or if you like. That would be lovely for me. I would enjoy that a lot if you would maybe join me on my journey. And I must really say thank you for watching, and for liking, and for describing and commenting. That means a lot to me. As long as you like it, I like it. I mean, that's why I do this. I'm doing it to help people. That's not always. I live in a very small town, so you need to travel about 240 I think to the nearest city for art classes or anything that you want to do. So I know how it feels to live in a small place, and you've got nowhere to. You can't always go. It's far, and it's expensive. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. So if you liked it, please like and subscribe and comment, and tell me what you would love to see in the future. And then we'll oh, you know what, I forgot to put in my little blockies of stems. You see, you always think you're finished and then you see, oh my goodness, I forgot about this. Luckily it's not a big problem. I saw that luckily before I closed the video, so now I'm starting to fiddle and I don't like that, so I'm going to stop now and show you, and you must have a wonderful day. Goodbye.